What's up, everybody? Gonna go back to the same stand that I got my buck at last weekend. Don't know what's gonna come in. I'm really anxious to kind of see what kind of bucks are coming up, but I think we're gonna be on a meat mission tonight. I think it's time to stock the freezer a little bit more, get some hamburger meat, some back straps, some loins, you know, fill the freezer. And so we're on a meat mission tonight, unless a big buck walks up or one of the bucks that's kind of on our hit list. So let's see what happens, guys. Back in the stand, same stand that I killed my buck in last weekend. We're gonna see what happens this evening. We're mainly on a meat mission, coming to see if we can fill the freezer, see if any slick heads come out, see if we can let the hoity, the setters fly, unless a big buck walks out, or something we haven't seen before, maybe a pig, turkey, who knows. But regardless, we're gonna see what happens tonight, so stick around, guys. Just put a shot on a slick head. May have been just a little bit higher than what I wanted to, so I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, see if anything else comes in, but I'm gonna give her a little bit of time before we get out of the stand and go check for blood. But I can see the arrow from where we're at right now. Fingers crossed. All right, y'all, we just made a shot on a slick head. Hopefully gonna have some meat in the freezer here pretty quick. Gonna go find the arrow, check for blood, see what we can find, y'all. Blood red, y'all. You know what that means. Now we begin tracking. All right, so we got good blood, super red. Looked back at the footage, shot was a little bit higher than what I wanted, but I'm okay with it. I'm gonna give her just a little bit more time. Arrow is super red. SEVR did its job. We'll see what happens. The arrow is bloody. Folks, we didn't have to go far. We got dead deer down right there, more meat in the freezer. Got a doe down, more meat, sausage, backstrap. It's gonna be some good stuff. Yo, I know this might be a little graphic for some, but y'all need to see the entry that this SEVR does to deer. I've never used a mechanical broadhead before this deer season, just because when I used to be a guide, I saw bad things, spent a ton of time up till midnight looking for deer that mechanicals had bad deployments, bad shot placement, didn't open, just something went wrong. And I'm not gonna lie, my shot was a little bit higher than I anticipated. She was at about 35 yards, and this thing made a giant hole, and she didn't go 60 yards from the stand. And so I want y'all to take a look at this hole. Look at that. I mean, look at the size of my hand, and you can see that entry wound. That is massive. Had that been a fixed blade or a smaller, I don't know if I would have found this deer. That was awesome. If you don't shoot SEVRs already, you need to. Guys, if y'all want to know, find out how to get SEVR broadheads. I shoot the 2.0, not the 2.0 Robusto. It's like their new titanium model. But if you want to find out how to get your hands on some SEVR broadheads, go to the link down in the description. I've got it down below. Click on that and it's going to take you right to the broadheads. I mean, this is insane. Any other broadhead, I may not have found this deer, or she may have gone forever and I would have been tracking forever. But if you want to get your hands on these, go to that, click that link down in the description. Don't waste any time. Go down there, get you some of these broadheads, because that's 2 deer in 2 weeks for me, and I probably won't shoot another broadhead now. I'm pretty excited with how this turned out. Been sitting in the blind a couple times, waiting to see if we could get some does to come in, or one of the other bucks, but finally had a doe come in this evening, and she presented us with a great shot opportunity about 35 yards, and made the shot. Hoyt let it fly. SEVR went in. Shot was a little bit higher than what I really anticipated, and she didn't go far. And so we got some more meat in the freezer. Holidays are coming up, so it's gonna be great to get some sausage, ground meat, get some back straps, and share the meat with family, friends, and just enjoy the fruits of our labor. And so this is why we do it. I mean, it's not always about the horns, it's not always about the antlers, big bucks. Of course, it's always awesome when you shoot a big buck. I know this personally because got me a great buck last weekend, but it was finally awesome to come out here, get a slick head, fill the freezer, and get some more meat. So we're gonna go get her loaded up, get her back to the deer cabin, and get her cut up. We're gonna cook some steaks tonight with the family, just have a good time, barbecuing. This is what it's all about, creating traditions, keeping traditions alive, and just enjoying the great outdoors and the many things that God has given us, and God has blessed us with, and this is one of those. So look at that sky, y'all. It can't get much better than this. It really can't. Deer down, headed back to the cabin to grab the Ranger, aka Jenny. We're gonna load the deer up, get her hung up, skinned, quartered, get her in the cooler so we can get the meat in the freezer. But I mean, how can you beat this? You just can't. I mean, if there's one thing I'm addicted to, it's hunting. There's a lot of other things I could be addicted to, but I choose this. This is the one to be addicted to. If you guys have never had the chance to have an experience like this, comment below and let me know. We'll help you change that. We'll help you change that, because a lot of people ask what it takes to get into hunting. All you gotta do is just start. All you gotta do is start, and it's a never-ending thing. And you'll be so thankful in the end that you did it. All right, this next part, we got to get her in the back of the Ranger, also known as Jenny. I'm gonna get her loaded up, and we're gonna go take her back to the rack to get her hung up and take care of her. This is the part that YouTube doesn't like so much, so we'll see you guys later. Folks, I'm just gonna show you real quick why we do it bigger and better here in Texas, especially at deer camp. Take a look at these stakes. Reason number one. Now, out here at deer camp, the farm, whatever you want to call it, we tend to go all out when it comes to food. And I want you to take a look at this. And that's not even all of it. But the point is, we're all about keeping traditions alive, fueled by a passion for the outdoors, our passion for the outdoors. And this is one of the things that fuels them. Getting out here, having fun with family and friends, getting to sit in the deer stand, deer blind, doesn't matter what you're doing, but this is one of our traditions, and we plan to keep it alive and pass it on down to our daughter. And I've already got her in camo onesies, getting her ready for this, but this is why we do it. If this is why you do it, you love to hunt, you want to pass it down, follow along with us. We got a ton of great stuff that we're going to bring to y'all. We're going to have fun. We're going to bring more and more things like this to y'all, so maybe we can inspire y'all to do the same and learn from our experiences. I mean, we're no subject matter experts, but we got a ton to learn as well. I mean, we know deer, we're not experts at it, but we got a lot of really cool adventures coming up. We're going to have friends with us, family with us, but we want y'all to follow along. So be sure, subscribe, like, and we'll see you next time. Peace.